Where's one place that you can go to get your video topics, your script, your teleprompter so that you can read from it, record it, edit it, publish it, repurpose it, all the goods, all in one place. It's called Veed.io. And today I'm going to run through Veed.io's application and show you how you can use this, whether you want to be on camera, off camera, as well as regardless of where you're at with your video editing skills. Okay, I've got the link in the description. Go ahead and click on that. We'll walk through this together. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see what I'm doing and we can walk through this together. Okay, you should see my screen. This is the Veed.io application. You can also see here that I am using the free plan. So there's different features in here that are only available if you upgrade, but for today's purposes, I'm only going to be reviewing what's available in the free plan. Always recommend doing free first if it's available, just so that you can test it out, make sure it's going to be a good fit for you before you invest in it, especially for an entire year, and then realize you don't like it. So test it out. If you like it, upgrade so you can get all the additional features, and I'll show you some of those things that are not included that you may want to include in your program. Okay, you should have it pulled up now. You probably had to create an account real quick, either using your Gmail account or your email. So hopefully you've got that pulled up now. Okay, so if we look on the left-hand side, you can create a new video. Home is where we are right now. There are templates available. I'm not going to go into this, but you can see all the different variations for both portrait and landscape. And then you've got all of your videos housed in one place. The brand kit is one thing that you would need to upgrade your program to in order to get access to. So that would actually simplify your video editing and your recording process because you have everything in one place. You can just take your entire brand kit, apply it to your video and all of the editing that you do to it. And it's all in one place. So you don't have to go back and reinvent the wheel, right? So, okay, we're going to go back to the home screen. We've also got create a project, which is if you already have a video and you want to dive in with the editing. So I'll go into that. Record a video, which is where you can use a teleprompter if you want to. Now, if you're just getting started out and you want to use a teleprompter to increase your comfort level and build your confidence, then I say go for it. I say eventually kind of wean off of that. And the reason being is that you come through as your more authentic self and you can inject your voice, your voice inflections and be more you as you come through on video, just like I am right now. I'm not reading from a teleprompter. I'm doing this based on what I want to cover in the video. So eventually I always encourage people to just have your topic, your intro, your hook. What bullet points do you want to talk about? Make sure you hit your call to action. If you have a signature sign off like I do, make sure that that's included and then be on your way. Go on to the next video or on to your next thing. So we'll go into that as well. And then create avatar video. I'm going to touch on that real quick here because I'm not going to go into a tutorial of that, but just to show you what's available. So if you don't want to be on camera, but you want to use an avatar instead, you can choose from a pre-selected list of avatars, and that will be in here. And then you can use text and have the avatar read it to create a video. You can choose the voice and all of that. So if you want to take that path or that direction, you can do that in Veed.io. And I encourage you, since you're here, if that's a path that you want to take and be off camera and you can use your voice in here too. But if you want an AI to read your video and make your video creation process faster and systematized, that might be an option for you too. You can always mix it in with other videos you're doing, but just wanted to let you know that that's available. Okay. So the two areas that we are going to dive into are going to be if you already have an existing video, just bringing it in through create a project, and then I'll show you about recording video. So if we're going to create a project, you click on this and then you can import your videos either from your computer itself, or if you have a link, or if you want to drag and drop it, you can do that here too. So I'm going to click on that, and I've got a video. I think I recorded it this morning that I'm going to drop in here, and I'll open that up and then just show you some of the basic editing skills that you can do, like how to split your video, how to add text on screen, and do some of those things that you'll need to do, just to get in and do any type of editing that you want to with your video. Okay, so it is now importing. You can see it here when it is. So now it's imported. All the different features. So if you want to, these are different settings. If you want to resize it, you have to be, or you can resize it in here for different social. It's the clean audio. If you have background noise, that's only available in the paid program. So that's what this indicates. Change colors, the duration. If you want to have a fixed duration, like if you have your videos are all 12 minutes 34, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do that if this is long enough to accommodate that. Okay, frames per second. I mean, just keep these on the default unless you're more advanced with your like video and camera settings. Media, you can add additional videos in here so you don't have to limit yourself to one. If you had different clips that you recorded and you want to bring them all together and create one video, you can do that as well. Audio, there are music files already in here that you can use, and then also sound effects. And it breaks it out into categories. So those are available to you as well. Subtitles or captions can be added. Text on screen, there are some that are pre-set. If you want different, elements, if you're just going to be doing, audio or sound waves, you can put those on there. Templates, these are available by different categories. And you can see again, if there's this like lightning bolt in the top right corner, those are only in the upgraded program. If you want to record your video, you can do that here. And we'll go into this in that other screen. Transitions, like between your clips or at the beginning and end of your clips, are right here. So you've got different options as well. And then filters. If you want to apply a different look and feel to your video, then you can just tap on it. Now let's go back here because I want to do clips. I want to do cuts so you can see how you can change things in the middle, which is I'm just going to take the mouse or the this cursor, we'll call it, to a point just so that we can click on split. So I'm now going to divide this at this point and just say this is where I want to make some edits in the middle. So I'm going to find that place that I want to make the edits in the middle and click split. And you can see now that it created by clicking on each side of that, you can see now that it's 2 separate clips. You can also tell by clicking this one and just moving it, right? So if I wanted to add an image in the middle and kind of bring it up on screen because it was something maybe I forgot to record, then you can use images in there for that as well. Or if there's a clip that you wanted to add in there that you forgot to add, or just, kind of mental note that you wanted to create that, then that's where you can do that too. Okay. So by doing that, now it pulls up because I've clicked on one of these clips. It's now taking me back up here and I can change the speed. So you may have seen some of those where it's kind of like fast and then it slows down. You can do that here. You can mute different clips or change the volume. And then you can also fade the audio in and out, which is really good if you're using a music or like a sound clip, not sound effects, but a sound clip, music clips, because you want the fade to kind of be like really low and then it fades in and maybe it's a little bit higher and then it fades out at the end. Okay, so that's where you can use that. And then, like I said before, the clean audio, these are different options that are only available in the paid plan. This one's really cool. And I talked about this, I'm not sure where it was, but I know I mentioned this. I did it might have been a YouTube short or just a shorter clip talking about how you can get eye contact with the camera if you typically are not one to look at the camera. So like right now, I'm looking at the camera right there. And some people tend to like look off, like they'll look at themselves instead, and it makes it really hard to connect with your audience or connect with the person who's watching the video on the other end. So by clicking the eye contact, it corrects it. So instead of you looking at yourself, it will actually correct it. So it makes it so that you're looking at the lens. So it's super cool, a little creepy, but still super cool to do that. And then you can also remove your background. So you don't have to use a green screen, but if you want to start with a green screen, you can do that too. Remove silences. So you could just have your entire clip and you could click remove silences. So any parts in the middle, like maybe you were doing 1 or 2 sentence recording and then you wanted to look at your notes and then pull those back up. There's silence in the middle. So it's going to go through and it's going to find all the silent moments and it's going to delete it. 1 click does it for you. Okay, and then these are just some formatting options. So let's go up here and I'm going to show you like audio. We talked about adding audio clips. So let's just see what this one is. Like, I don't know what these sound like. So let's say that's the one that we wanted to add. So it's going to add it here as a separate layer. There we go. Oh, not the whole thing. So you can just, well, that's as long as the clip is. So if you want to add it again, because it's not the entire thing, you can go back to that audio and add it again. Whoops, you don't need to hear it again. We just need to add it again. I'm going to add another layer to it. There we go. So now we can just go down here and add it to the end. And you can see here that it's already fading out. So what I'm going to do is go here. It's already got it on there. Okay. Can always overlap it by dropping it down here. And it can overlap a little bit and then it'll fade out there. And we're going to pull it here. There we go. And now it'll end. And then we can do like a fade out there too if we wanted to. Okay, and then we're going to say fade in. And turn that down and then fade out. We're going to say yes. Let's give it the fade out. Okay, so that's been applied. Now we are going to go to subtitles. How long is this video? 4 minutes. It shouldn't take too long. I didn't want to like use a bunch of time while we're on here. So we're just going to say automatically generate the captions. English, yes. So we're just going to create them. And it's going to create it also on a separate track at the bottom. And you'll see that all at the top above the video. Okay. So while that's doing that, let's see if we can do some other things. Text. We want to add text on screen. So there it is right there. You can see the purple. So it went ahead and added it. What we can do here is click on this and you can go back and you can see all of the captions. So if there's some, you'll definitely want to do this and like review it, make sure everything's spelled correctly. You know, like if it said Vicki O'Neill in here, Vicki would probably be spelled Vicky. So I would have to go in there and just, you know, edit it and correct it. So you can do that here. Okay. So like right here, this should be like, so go to one-tap.com, which it didn't show the tab or the dash. Okay, so you can just add it in there and now you can see that it's in there. So super easy to go through and correct it. Okay, so that added it pretty quick. Let's go back to text and show you how we can add text on screen. Now, at the beginning of your videos, there are 4 elements that you should have on your videos to capture attention and get people to continue watching as long as possible. Okay, so you have your hook. So you'll want to have on your screen some sort of text. You know, it could be the text to your hook, like the first few words. You'll want to have movement. So it could be like moving your head or something that you're moving in the screen, or even like zooming in or out. So some type of movement. You want to have a sound effect, something that's going to like grab their attention audibly. And then you're going to be talking. Okay, so it's either you or your avatar, but there need to be those 4 elements to capture someone's attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds, which is really critical to any video in order to get people to continue watching. So the longer you can keep people watching your videos, the better it is for whichever platform you're on. So on YouTube, for example, the longer you can get people to watch your video, that's telling the algorithm to start sharing it with more people outside of your immediate subscribers or wherever it's falling in the different places on YouTube. Okay, so that's key. Then let's just say, for example, we want to add, you know, this one. So I'm just going to click this so you can see how easy it is to add this on the screen. Okay, it put it right here in 3 different elements, all in different layers. So if I wanted to, you know, delete one of them, I could. You know, this we can't see. So we may want to change that color to, you know, we'll just change it to white for simplicity purposes. So that's how easy it is. I can change the font. Thanks for, we can say subscribing. So watching, we can say, although subscribing doesn't make sense, right? But just showing you how easy it is to change the text. So that's it. That's how easy it is. Okay, so we did subtitles, we did text, elements. It's the same thing. If we want to add emojis, simple click. That's what all this stuff is. It's just like, click and point, move around, resize if you want to, change the colors. This gives you you've got your emojis, the standard colors. But if you want to change it, then you have the flexibility to do that plus automate it. Okay. So a lot of different things that you can do in here. So if we want to go back to the elements, scroll down, shapes, animated stickers, GIFs, you can draw brand logos. So like if I mentioned LinkedIn in here, I can click on this. I don't have to go search for it. I don't have to go upload it like you do with a lot of other video editing applications. It's hard to see on here, but you get the point, right? Thanks for LinkedIn subscribing. So you have all of those elements in there that you can add. There's a lot in here. Again, remember, this is in the free version of Veed.io. All of this is in the Veed or the free version. Okay, so that's how easy it is to add everything. Templates, like I mentioned before, you can go through here and you can add templates. They've got them broken down into different categories so that if you're doing a podcast, there's some templates already set up for you that you can just, add your audio in this case, maybe make some few edits to it and you're good to go, export it and it's done. You don't have to reinvent the wheel or try and create something from scratch. Okay. Let's go down here and let's go to transitions. So let's just say that we want to dissolve. Let's see what happens. It might take some time to apply it. You can also edit or zoom in and out by clicking these little icons over here. If you just want it to fit, you can do that too. Here are the different features that you can use for the transitions. So you can just pick whichever one you want and apply it. You got the transitions in there and you can add those as well. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all these features again on the other option, but what I do want to show you in the record is two really important things. So we kind of need to go backwards. When we're recording a video, we need to have a topic, we need to have a script. If you're going to be using a teleprompter, all of those pieces. Okay. So Veed also has this. I want to make sure it's showing on my screen. So I need to check over here. Okay, it is. So it has this AI video script generator that will help you create a script from scratch. So you don't have to do it from scratch. This can help you do it. Now, I will preface it that anything like this, whether it's Veed.io's AI script generator or something else where it's doing it for you, don't use the script as is. Like, don't copy, paste, record. Okay, you definitely need to review it, edit it, make it your own. I will show you an example. So if we go in here, I already have a topic that I picked out. So you just type in your topic, whatever you want it to be. Select your vibe. If you want it to be casual, professional, funny, informative, creative. I'm going to do informative because I typically like teach or train, coach different things. And then you can choose your format. And you've got YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Now, if you're like, I want to do Facebook, then if it's going to be horizontal, choose either LinkedIn or YouTube. And you're like, okay, well, I want to do YouTube shorts, then choose TikTok or Instagram. So choose a format that's very similar. You'll have an option later that you can actually change it for the exact platform. So it would say YouTube shorts. Okay, this is just for the scripting part of it. Okay, so we're going to say YouTube. And then you click create script. Here, I'll show you. It's creating it in real time. What's really cool about this while it's actually typing it out is that you can see up here, well, in different sections, you've got these parentheses where it's telling you what type of shot it is in the opening. And then like here, cut to shots of people using different video platforms and cameras. It's telling you what the transition shots are supposed to be. Now, this is saying like you're not on camera, but you could take out the narrator part and that's you talking on camera, very similar. But how this is helpful is that if you're not going to edit your videos yourself and you're using this as a platform to record, use the teleprompter because it's on desktop, then you can copy and paste, if you're going to use the same format, obviously not the exact same thing, but copy and paste this script or the one that you've modified, and you're going to keep those like opening shots, the cut to shot, shots of people, those pieces, send it to your video editor and they will love you forever. And the reason being is because you're making their jobs super easy and fast. You'll get your videos back a lot faster by keeping that in there because you're telling them, hey, this is what's already been recommended. And they don't have to go through and try and figure out what they need to include. Of course, they can change it based on their creativity and their, level of what they know about you and your videos, but it's there in case they need it, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is you can highlight it or you can just click this here and it's going to copy it. Now we're going to come back over here to Veed.io desktop and we're going to click on record video. Okay, now we kind of saw this before in another view and I said we'll get to that later. Here it is. We are now later. These are the different ways that you can record videos or just record videos on here. So you can do audio only. If you wanted to use this for podcasting, you could. I'm going to show you camera just because it's for tutorial purposes. You obviously can see all the other options that are on here. The thing is I have to stop sharing this camera in order to get this one on. So I will keep talking while I am turning this camera off. And then I'm going to choose this one. And we are going to go ahead in here and hey, I'm looking at this screen though. So if I'm not looking at you, that's why. But this is what the screen looks like when you're recording your video. You've got your record button up here and then here are all your options. So we'll get to the teleprompter. The background is the color of this back here. It will record all of this in the background. So if you want that there, but you're like, hey, I don't want that there. Look at the size. Here's where you can look at the different, there's your YouTube shorts. If you want to record it specifically for that, it's in here. Facebook's in here as well. Layouts. That's where this comes in. The color around the outside of the video. So this part out here right now, I've got this one chosen. Here you can go back and change what you're recording. So if it's not just camera, you might have slides or you're sharing your screen, then that's there for you as well. So if we're going to do teleprompter, you click teleprompter or just prompter. And then you've got here where you can either start typing, but as you know, we copied and pasted from the other thing. So we're going to do a paste in here. And because we're not going to say this, we're just going to cut this out. And then because I'm not a narrator. And then this is where it doesn't make sense. Like I would never open a video and say, hey there, are you ready to take the world by storm? Like I start with my hook because I want that to be the piece that's going to capture somebody's attention. So for easy purposes, we're just going to say this. Are you ready to take the world by storm? Because that might capture somebody's attention, right? Okay, and then we wouldn't need these in here. So you can edit in here as well. And you just go through and do all that. To make it yours, I'm not going to do it while you're on here, but just to show you how easy it is to do. And then these like levers in the bottom right corner, if you click those, that's how you can change the pacing of how the words are showing on the teleprompter, okay? So you can make it super slow or you can make it super fast. Now fast, with the teleprompter open this wide, so there's a lot of words going across, it's going to go by pretty quick. It goes by too fast for me to read it. But it's up to you. I'm just showing you how you can go about doing that. And you can also make this window shorter. You can also increase and decrease the size of the font. So if you're farther away and you want to have ease of seeing the font, then you can increase it to be like super big. Like I'd probably need this if it was a distance away. But then also how it appears on the screen. So even like right here, I might want to keep it, this size so that it doesn't go by too fast. Okay. And then you can change the transparency or how opaque it is. Like right now it's more transparent. Now it's more opaque. And then here is whether or not you want the dark background with white font or white background with dark font. Okay. And then I can say I'm done. Okay. So this goes back here. This actually opens it up. And now what I will want to do is, I'm not going to, but my video's over here. So what I would do would be to take this and move it over here so that when I'm recording it, it's showing here underneath my camera. I don't want to be looking over here, right? Because my camera's over there. So I would move that screen so that it's by my camera and then I would start recording. Okay, so I'm going to do the recording over here just so that you can see it. and then I'm going to hit record. It'll give me a 3-second countdown. Okay. And then I'm just going to say, I'm going to move this window real quick. Okay. So we're going to say record. I'm going to sit closer. Record. And I'm going to hit play. Are you ready to take the world by storm with your dazzling video presence? Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to share with you the ultimate beginner's blueprint to kickstarting your video journey. In this fast-paced digital age, creating an impactful video presence, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so here's what I did. Now I'll play it. It's still recording. So I'm going back to show you again, like what that might look like. So you can see it. Are you ready to take the world by storm with your dazzling video presence? Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to share with you the ultimate beginner's blueprint to kickstarting your video journey. Now, if you want to change the pace, it's still recording, so you can do that. You just pull these up, change the pace. Maybe you want it to be faster, done, and play. Now it's going to start from where you stopped, still recording, and then bring all that up. And then you would just keep reading, okay? So that's how easy it is for recording your video. So now that I'm done with that part, I'm going to pull this video back up. Hi again. And you can see that it is done. Okay, so we can edit from here. Done. If we want to redo it, you can click delete. But let's go ahead and click edit. Then when we go back to the dashboard, I'll show you where it's in like that homepage, the dashboard. Okay, so here's where we would go through and do the exact same type of editing that we did in the other screen. Now, because I've already gone through it, you have all the same features available. You can do all of the same things that we did before. So if you want to learn how to do that, just go through all of these options now, or go back to the beginning of this video and go through how to do each one of those again. Okay, so I'm going to hit done on this. And now I'm going to show you how to export it. So here you can export your video. If you want to translate, voices, you can do that here. The quality right now is standard. Advanced settings, you can change the resolution to, if you, it doesn't even say like higher resolution, it just says Instagram or Hootsuite Twitter. So if you're going to be posting on Instagram, you can choose that. Quality, we're going to say high, and then compression. You can do faster, or you can just do higher quality. We're going to do higher quality just because that's what we want it to be. We want it to be the highest quality possible. Okay, viewers are getting pickier and pickier about your video quality. They used to be only picky about audio. Now they've added on the video component, which makes sense, right? So we're getting to that point where it definitely is improving, and it's getting more and more quality focused than just quantity or audio focused. Okay, so once I've hit that, I've chosen my information, and then we would go ahead and hit export video. I'm not going to because I don't need this. It's just for tutorial purposes, but it would just go ahead and export it. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, if we want to go back to the dashboard, the video we just created is going to be right here. Like you can see, right here is the video. All right. I believe that's it. I touched on all these different pieces, the parts. We went through anything. Let me know in the comments what was most helpful to you, what you liked, didn't like, what questions you have. If there's something I didn't review in the video that you're like, oh, I want to know what that is, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do like a quick video tutorial for you and share that with you so that you have the information that you need. And then also, if you know somebody who might benefit from this because they've shown interest about either learning video editing, or they want to do some videos but they don't want to outsource the editing to somebody else, they want to do it themselves, share this with them as well. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe while you are here. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. And until next time, make today great.